Washington Wizards starting point guard John Wall was spotted in them trenches in New York City over the weekend. And look, man, I'm not finna go in great detail about John Wall being a blood. We've seen John Wall rep. I done seen John Wall say big B's in the middle of a game. What do you want me to say? Yes, John Wall is blood. What y'all want me to do with that? Honest to God truth, I could care less what said John Wall rep when he was young growing up or whatever. I could care less. But let's talk about John Wall, an all-star in the NBA, the supposed leader, a captain on that Washington Wizards franchise. If I am the owner of the Wizards right now, and I see John Wall caught with a flag on social media, I'm beyond pissed. I'm outraged. So let's put everything in perspective. Because I had a couple of my friends hit me up, and they were like, yo, why is people so upset that John Wall got caught with a flag in his hand? Why would people be upset about that? So what he in the game? Well, John Wall issued an apology before I go in, and I'm going to read what he said, and then we'll go from there. He said, first and foremost, I want to apologize to my family, my teammates, and all of those that have always supported me. I made a mistake, something I regret. I will continue to work hard to be better on the court and, more importantly, off the court. So it dawned on me as I continue to grow my brand, and I don't mean this to slight anyone that I know or anyone that said, I don't understand why people are upset at John Wall throwing up a flag in a video. Okay, I understand a lot of you guys don't run businesses. I understand a lot of you guys don't talk to people who run businesses. No, I do not want my starting point guard, who I pay $50 million a year, who, might I add, has not been available for the last 2 years, pretty much, because of lower leg injuries. He's had the torn Achilles and other injuries in his legs and into his foot. No, I do not want to see him throwing up gang signs in New York City. I cannot believe this is the one y'all want me to deep dive in. This is the one, the hill y'all gonna die on, is telling me that John Wall should be throwing up blood, throwing up the big B's and holding up the flag in his videos on social media. Have we ever seen the Washington Wizards comment on John Wall throwing up blood in the middle of the game? We've seen him do it countless times. Hell, I think I seen him do it at Kentucky. We've never saw him do that. You want to know why? At the end of the day, bro was producing. An all-star in this league when healthy. But when you've missed the last 2 years, and now you're doing that, as we watching teams compete for a ring right now, and you too busy doing that, you couldn't even make the trip with your team to the bubble? I got a big problem with that. You have not been healthy, and you somewhere ducked off, right? And I'll take it a step further. If I ever had a flag in my hand, which I won't, if I ever had a flag in my hand, and we rep it, and we decide to record it, the people that I know, the people that I kick it with, that respect what I do for a living, they would never post that online. As a matter of fact, there have been countless opportunities when I was just a reporter in college, where my friends, when I've had a homie of mine literally snatch someone's phone out their hand when they tried to record me drunk with a ball in my hand one night. That really happened. That was my friends knowing how much I take my career seriously and how much they care about what I'm doing. That was my friends looking out for me. You ain't gonna do that to my guy, not tonight. If he wants to embarrass himself, let him embarrass himself on camera. Let him misspeak on camera. Let him misspeak in an article, right? You ain't gonna be the one to do this on a night where he's just having fun with his homies. What kind of friend posts knowing that you are a friend of an athlete that's worth over $100 million? What kind of friend, what kind of true friend of yours posts you throwing up a flag on social media? Let me be clear with you. There are many athletes that bang in the NBA. I know of a plethora of them. You want to know what you're not seeing online? It's them throwing up flags, because they homies ain't gonna let that happen. Because if your homie put that on social media, you're messing up the bag. And to me, what it tells me is, and this is my opinion, I don't know this to be fact, but this is what I genuinely believe. To me, it tells me that your homies don't respect your career with the utmost. I don't know if John Wall is giving them the signs that he doesn't take to being the starting point guard of a franchise seriously, but I can tell you this. There are a couple of point guards in the draft coming up that the Wizards could use if John Wall don't want to take this serious. And he's borderline in territory, and I've been seeing video of John Wall. He looks good, by the way, in all the workout videos I've seen. He does look good. But if the Wizards could get up out of that contract with John Wall, which would be tough, I'm sure they would. Because what has happened over time is John Wall being absent has made the Wizards a joke, a mockery. They're a lottery team every year now. And what you made happen is Bradley Beal not only has stepped his game up, but you've also frustrated him in the process because he's going out every night thinking that he's got to go out and get 45 to 50 points for his Wizards to have a chance at winning a game in the Eastern Conference, which ain't all that good at the bottom of it. So now you got Bradley Beal upset. Now you got your second All-Star upset because your first All-Star can't get his act together. I'm in Atlanta. I'm not BSing you when I say this. I've seen John Wall, I've seen his face on more flyers over the last year and a half than I've seen him play basketball games. That's pathetic. While John Wall misses games, he's still collecting his check. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wizards are paying this man $50 million a year over the next 4 years. $50 million. If you don't own a business, maybe this doesn't connect with you. If I pay you $50 million a year, that's a great investment for your skill, but your skill has been unavailable. The least you can do is be the model citizen off the court so we can at least brand you. People can still go buy your jerseys. People can still believe in the player that you once was. People can still believe in the player that you will be after your injuries. So not only are you not on the court making me money and helping my business grow, now you hurting it. Because if I'm a parent in the DC area and John Wall is my favorite player, or John Wall is my kid's favorite player, it's one thing to see Brett throwing up big B's on the court. Half them kids don't even know what that means. Let's be real about this, right? They don't even know what the heck that means. But when anybody with eyes can see a shirtless John Wall clearly somewhere look like he having a good time with a red flag in his hand, they don't take a rocket science for any parent in America to be like, nah, nope. And there's a responsibility that comes with being a leader of a team, because there are dudes hooping all over the world, right? What makes John Wall different from all of those guys? Number one, he's incredibly talented at what he does. He's one of the 300 best hoopers in the world. That's why he plays in the NBA. Number two, the responsibility that comes with being one of the 300 best hoopers in the NBA, the money that he's afforded to make, the opportunity that he's presented with, literally the marketing, everything that goes into branding these athletes, man. What comes with that is responsibility, professionalism in the workplace, and that is unprofessional. I'm seeing people online say, yo, what are they mad about? You don't gotta apologize for throwing up a set. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And if you disagree with that, I would ask of you, do you run a business or do you have aspirations of running a business? If you are going to run a business, you tell me how you feel. If your top employee or whomever you work with, your partner, if you see them doing something that the owner of, or whomever, let's say you, something that goes against company policy, whatever it is, maybe it's not throwing up a red flag in your policy. Maybe it's throwing up a Donald Trump MAGA hat, throwing that on. Whatever it is, whatever goes against what you core believe in. And the NBA, by the way, they're very anti-gang. I know they don't come out and say that, but if they're against violence, I'm not trying to directly associate gangs with violence, but we all adults here. Let's call a spade a spade. A lot of times, you know what come with that life. Any OG of mine, anybody I know that's about that for real, they tell me all the time, you know what come with this lifestyle I live. So if the NBA is anti-violence, they're trying to promote and market the game to kids for the most part, because that is the future of the product. For those who don't understand ratings, the most important number for the NBA is not the 50 and up audience. They need that 18 to 49, and more importantly than that, they need that teenage viewership that becomes the 18 to 49, the 18 to 34 audience. That's what you use when you're getting your TV deals. So those numbers are predicated on growing the game to kids. You want these kids to aspire to be the next LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Anthony Davis. That's what you want. The John Walls of the world. He's a point guard with great game. He's not the greatest shooter, but we can rack it. There are a lot of kids with athleticism that think that I could be the next John Wall. And you're hurting your brand at Kentucky. So anyone that doesn't understand the reason why the Wizards are not happy, I'm sure, is because John Wall not only threw up a gang sign, not only threw up a red flag in a video. It's the fact that he's doing this and he's not healthy. A lot of people around that Wizards organization, I ain't gonna put nobody on the spot, they believe John Wall wasn't taking the game as serious as he needed to be. He's had a lot of things come up over the last couple years. God bless him. His mom did pass away as well. You know, some things have been going on that has people questioning how serious he is and focused about the game of basketball. Hell, I can tell you this. He ain't missed a party. Each his own. Y'all let me know what y'all think about John Wall getting caught with the red flag in New York City over the weekend. He came out and apologized. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment box below. I'm out.